what is going to be many Reon web development tutorials. My name is Rob Eade and I'm the co-founder of Reon Web Development. In this tutorial we're going to be going through a technique Google recently used in their website. When you refresh the page, all the unnecessary bits that no one really looks at go away until you move your mouse. And when you move your mouse, they'll sort of fade back in. I don't know how they've actually done it. I'm going to give it a good go though. I've made me a little markup here. Obviously not breaching any copyright using my own logo. Here's the markup for it. As you can see here, we've got sort of the title bar, the main section, the logo, the search bar and buttons, radio buttons, and then the extra little bit at the bottom here. CSS wise, there's nothing much special to make it work. I've just styled it so that it looks right on the page. Okay, to do this we're going to be using a JavaScript library called jQuery. If you don't have jQuery, you can simply go to jQuery.com and hit download jQuery. You'll then need to put it into somewhere where you know where it is. For me, I just generally put it in the same directory. As you can see, jQuery. It's just there. You need to include it as a script for this to work. Okay, so we make a new script. The dollar is the jQuery selector. Sorry, not selector, function. This is the jQuery function, and as all functions, you initialize it by putting a set of brackets after that. And what you need to do here, because this script is in the head, instead of doing window.onload like you would usually with plain JavaScript, this is better than JavaScript. It's easier to program. And what this function does, document.ready, this only waits until the DOM is ready, which means it doesn't load all the images and extra bits on the page. It just loads the DOM and then runs the code. And it takes a function as an argument. Don't forget semicolons. And the first thing I'm going to do here is pass in jQuery again. I'm going to put a selector. Put some blips there. You do a selector the exact same way you would with CSS. So dot fade, we can see it's going to be the class fade. All the elements that I want to fade in have got a class of fade. So we've got the title bar here, the radio buttons have fade, and bits at the bottom have fade. So I'm going to do a quick little CSS change. Okay, this piece of code sets the opacity to 0 of the elements that we want to fade. I'm doing it in JavaScript so that if you've not got JavaScript turned on, they'll all be there, so that people who haven't got JavaScript or haven't got it turned on will be able to see the extra bits. Okay. Next, I'm going to do window.mouseMove. The reason I'm doing window.mouseMove is because if I did it on the fade, if I did fade.mouseMove, it would only show them when you went over the elements, and we want to do it anywhere on the page. So if you do window.mouseMove function, okay, and here we put in our jQuery function, which I'm going to do fade dot animate. this is animating the CSS of the property, which is fade. Animate opacity 1. You may have noticed instead of as well as brackets, I'm putting in the brackets some curly braces. And the reason I'm doing this is I like to do it because it lets you write it as you would CSS instead of having to. I think the other way you can do it is that. Or is it that? If you want to pass in a single one, you do that. But I like writing it as you would CSS. It just helps me. Okay, and that is pretty much the entire thing. I'll show you what that does. So if I refresh the page, it's all gone. And when we move the mouse, it all comes back. The one thing I've forgotten here is timing. On the animate, it takes another parameter, and that's the time it takes to animate it on. So I've set it for a second here, 1000 milliseconds is a second, and it will be dramatically longer there. Okay. The other thing I noticed just before I started recording this is that on Google's page, as you can see, the bar is already selected before we've even clicked on it. And if we refresh this page, it's not selected. You have to click on it to actually do anything. So this is plain JavaScript, but I just thought I'd include it in this because it might be a helpful technique for you. So on the body, we're doing an onload document dot, and then I need to find the form name. I haven't given the form a name. So form name search. So we put in here dot search, and then the name of the text box. I haven't given that a name either. So it's got a name of search bar. Search bar dot focus. Okay, make sure you've got the brackets at the end of that. That basically tells it when it's done. Look in the document, look in the form search, look for the search bar element, and focus it. So if we save this and go back, I've deselected F5. It's already selected before we've even clicked in it. So that's with literally 5 lines of jQuery, we've managed to create a cool fade transition from extra bits being hidden to extra bits being shown, and that's the tutorial done. I hope that helps you. Thank you for watching. Bye.